Is it finally over for FTX? Man, this crypto exchange has been getting killed today. Remember when Sam Bankman was one of the richest crypto guys in the world? He had a $20 billion net worth. His company was valued at 32 billion FTX, which is insane right now. And he was coined one of the smartest crypto guys in the scene. So what the hell is happening with FTX right now? At this point, it's like a bank run on FTX. People are withdrawing at incredible speeds in the last 24 hours, the last 48 hours, the last week. FTX even has to stop withdrawals. So what is going on with FTX? In this video, we have to talk about it because there's a lot happening in the crypto sphere. And this does kind of affect Coinbase, which I'm invested in Coinbase, and this might affect it positively. So let's get into what's happening with Sam. Why are people going against it? Because he was one of the most highly regarded crypto guys in the space. So let's get into this video. Let's find out what is happening in this space right now. So right now we have the native coin of FTX falling like a brick. It's down to $17 USD, falls 16% in 1 hour. And I think it's even fell in more to like $15, which is crazy because it happened super fast as people realize what is going on. And we're going to talk about what is going on. Look at the net outflows of FTX. Alameda, remember, this is their subsidiary, $450 million of net outflow in 24 hours, 687 million in the last 48 hours, 925 million in 1 week of net outflows. And guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Look what Sam has been saying. Everything is fine, basically. FTX is fine, assets are fine. But is this really the case? Because CoinDesk released an article on what the hell is in the balance sheet of FTX. Is it real? Is it fake? What is it truly made out of? Because remember, the last thing you want is the money that you have in this exchange not to be backed by anything. Because if stuff goes sour, or people try to take out their money, it's not backed by anything. There's no real money in it. So is there any Bitcoin, Ethereum, any like real cash backed up in this business right now? And that was the problem when it comes to FTX. Sam didn't really back up his company with any real assets because look at what they're doing. Alameda had $14.6 billion of assets as of June 30th, according to a private document CoinDesk reviewed. This all came to fruition as CoinDesk reviewed what the hell was on his balance sheet. Much of it is FTT token issued by FTX. And this is the issue. The assets on their balance sheet are not real assets. It's backed by FTT, which is the token that FTX gives out. So it's like printing money and saying, oh, I got all this money on my balance sheet, but it's all printed, it's all fake. You can just make up the FTT token and it's not really backed by anything. So this was the huge issue. And when people start realizing this, it became like, damn, man, we got to get out. That's what CZ of Binance did, and this started a whole bank run. And people are claiming that, oh, he's just doing this because he's conspiring against Sam, but I don't believe that is the case because that's a real issue if FTX is not backed by anything. As a part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly 2.1 billion in USD equivalent in cash due to recent revelations. What are these revelations? Think about it. That have come to light, we have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. And this is the issue because he realizes that their native coin is backing up all their assets, but that makes no sense because it's just printed by FTX. So when it's just printed by FTX, it's just imaginary, it's fake money. So looking on the balance sheet right now, this is what CoinDesk was claiming when they actually took an audit of their balance sheet. So it's with a grain of salt because who knows how really their balance sheet is played out or how they got this information. And this is also a Bahamas company, so there could be fraud with that as well because you don't have to do all the legal documentation, all that stuff. So I can kind of see why people are kind of more skeptical because when it comes to like Coinbase, it's all out there for you and it's backed by auditors. This company is Bahamas, like, people just give away their money or hide their assets in Bahamas. So you're going to be more wary of companies like this. So its single biggest asset, 3.6 billion of unlocked FTT. Like, what is that? The third largest entry on the asset side of the accounting ledger, 2.6 2.16 billion pile of FTT collateral. So this is what their biggest assets are. There's all tokens. So the net equity is backed by FTT, majority of it, right? The balance sheet also includes 2.3 billion of crypto held, large amounts of Solana blockchain native coin, 292 million of unlocked Solana, 863 million of unlocked Solana, 41 million of SOL collateral. So like, what is that really? And we already know like Soluna, all those cryptos have been kind of crashing. So what is the real value of FTX right now? This is what's really causing people to be weary of what's going on. And when you think about it, it all makes sense. Look what Sam was doing. He was bailing out BlockFi and Voyager. So like, why was he bailing out these companies? And he was so quick to do it, knowing that they had all this debt on its balance sheet. Voyager is having the same problem that FTX is facing right now. Remember, Voyager had all these Voyager coins, or the Voyager assets were backed by their coins, and that's what they're giving out as like yield. Guys, this is exactly what FTX is doing with their own coins. Crypto lender Voyager Digital seeks to unwind 200 million loan to Alameda Research. And that's the thing. They loaned out money to Alameda Research, and then Alameda Research had to loan the money back in bankruptcy. You see how that's like all weird and just cumbersome, and just like, what are you doing with our money? Then you gotta give it back, and then we're getting it, then we're loaning you coins. You see how this is all just kind of cumbersome, and what they're doing is all a bad flywheel, because people are suspecting that they're in some kind of crazy flywheel that they're just perpetrating into just releasing coins, issuing out coins, getting these high market prices for FTT, selling it back to the public, and then going to lenders saying like, oh, look at all the money I'm making. And that's the flywheel that people are claiming. This guy released a quick summary on what's going on for those confused about FTX and FTT. FTX prints FTT out of thin air. FTX lends FTT to Alameda Research. Alameda Research borrows USD stables against FTT. Alameda Research sends USD stables to FTX. Repeat, infinity money. Create the token, pump token price, market gains to balance sheet, show gains to investors, raise cash to equity sales or loans. And remember, they are raising equity, raising loans like crazy. And that's what they keep going to the market saying. Give me all this money, keep backing our company. And they're going to the market saying that. And that's why they have this $32 billion valuation, because people keep loaning the money. Canadian pension funds giving money to FTX. We had Tom Brady backing FTX. So we have a lot of these people backing FTX. Guys, what do you think about all this going on? There's a lot to kind of comprehend. But guys, tell me what you think. Like and subscribe to my video. Peace.